when your life totally depends on your manifestation, how you're feeling, not just on a day to day basis, but on an hourly basis every day, then I guess we need to talk. Your life on an everyday basis should not depend on your manifestation. And what does that mean? That means every day your mood and your nervous system is completely guided by the presence or absence of your manifestation. And that should not happen, because every time you have that unhealthy relationship with your manifestation, you actually claim the absence of it. Oh, it is not here today, so I am upset. So when it will be there, I will behave like this. So, although even if you believe it will be there someday, what exactly are you doing today? For example, you want to have a business, right? But you are like, oh, when I have the funds or when I have the resources, then I will, do that. No, the habit first starts in your head. You will first start today with whatever limited resources you have to think big, to act big, to dress big, like the person who already has that manifestation. Does not matter what you are manifesting, and it is only a matter of time, maximum 3 months, minimum 3 days, instant. It is only a matter of time that you will see it in your reality. Why? Because if you do not wait for your manifestation to appear and validate you, and you already take this step to start assuming yourself as the person who has it all and who can have it all, you basically are giving yourself a state of power, a state of pedestal which is above any other thing in your life. And that is how you stay regulated. Your nervous system stays regulated, and that is what assumption, the law of assumption, is. I assume, and therefore I am, and therefore everything I have is my assumption. You've been affirming, and yeah, it's not like you don't see results, but sometimes you are not even seeing results, and whatever results you see, that is just not enough. That does not align with your manifestation. And sometimes the 3D shows the opposite, and you are like, I have been affirming for so long, and I just don't know why I manifested something opposite. Then clearly, being in the loop of robotic affirming all the time is not working. And in today's video, we are going to talk about why so. Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. Here is where I talk about manifestation, law of assumption, and anything and everything that makes you the better version of yourself. And in today's video, we will be talking about some fundamental, some basic mistakes that you are still doing, and you do not need to consume any more manifestation videos to fix this. It's just that you need to understand one very basic mistake that we all do, even I do, and how to fix it. So, when you are affirming for something and you want that to appear in your 3D, and the 3D shows something opposite, or hot and cold, or it comes and it stays, but you again lose it, and you think like, oh, you again have to go back to day one when you first started affirming and all of that. You don't realize how you are creating a very unhealthy relationship with your manifestation. And manifestation does not work like that. So, by this time, you have affirmed enough. You have been affirming like a robot, whatever you have done. By this time, you shouldn't be still watching this video, my video, right? Then clearly something is wrong. What is that one mistake that you are still doing? And in no way I am saying that robotic affirmations do not work. They, of course, do. In fact, they are the very easiest go-to technique to actually saturate your mind. But there is a difference in affirming from opposition and affirming from conviction. Now, what is that? When you are affirming for a particular thing to happen, especially after you have faced rejection, maybe someone has rejected you, Maybe you did not get the bonus that you wanted. Maybe you are stuck in a very toxic situation at your job. It does not matter what your situation is. When you are doing it from a place of insecurity, from a place of fearing failures and anticipating obstacle, then guess what? You are still affirming for the obstacles to be removed, which again means what? You still believe that there are obstacles. I hope that this very simple explanation saves you years of staying stuck in the same loop. Robotic affirmations always show you movement. But it does not always show you a shift. It does not change your reality if you do not change with your affirmations. Now, what do I mean by that? When you are affirming that I am wealthy, on the first day you may not believe it, and that is okay. But immediately, when you see opposite results in the 3D, you affirm more that I am wealthy 10 more times. But when you're affirming, you're constantly feeling that you are not wealthy because you have not seen any proof. And in your mind, no matter how hard you're trying to saturate yourself, you still assume the identity of you who is not wealthy, who still wakes up and stays stuck in the same loop, and who thinks that I just need to affirm more. Affirmation is just a technique. How you inherently align yourself, how you inherently identify yourself with your desire, with your manifestation, with the reality that you want to see is the most important thing. And when you want to change the in betweens, when you want to change and have control over every little nuance, when you think, oh, I have to affirm for this problem, I have to affirm for that problem, I have to affirm for that, you are operating from this state who firstly believes that there are problems, second, who anticipates failure. For some people, affirming obnoxiously works, and I have been one of those people, okay? But right now, I do not have to affirm for every single desire, because I have also understood that if I continuously affirm from a place of anticipating failure, from a place of worrying about obstacles, from a place of looking for problems, I know my affirmations are not going to land me anywhere, and I will have it today, the next day I'll enjoy it, and the third day, if I have still not changed with the affirmations, which means my assumption still is predominantly guided by my old self, I still believe I am that person who has to affirm for everything to get everything right, then I'm going to lose it on the fourth day. That is how it works. So, right now, what I do, I just in my head, I decide, and then I imagine how my decision looks. One very important thing that Joseph Murphy tells in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, that your willpower does not matter. Hard work does not matter. So, what matters is your imagination. The more energy and focus you pour into that imagination, not glimpses of it, but imagination, and living that reality every day in your head, thinking that the 3D right now, whatever I'm seeing, is just temporary, it is going to shift. If not today, if not tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow, it will shift. It is bound to shift, because what I see in my head, what I believe is my story, that is the truth. And affirming from this place of knowledge, from this place of security, affirming, scripting, whatever, visualizing, whatever your technique is. And that is why I do not make this channel about a particular technique. I always want to bring you back to the basics of manifestation, the essence of manifestation, that predominantly is very simple. It is there in the name of the law of assumption. Change your assumption, change your beliefs, change yourself. That is all. That is how simple it is. You at least need to be in the identity who believes that, I deserve this love. I deserve this version of my specific person, no matter what they're doing right now. I deserve to have a healthier version of them. And meanwhile, I am also making space for that healthier version. I am also becoming that version of myself who has made a distance with the old story and is only building on the new scenes, on the future, and is actively creating space for that relationship. Instead of complaining, instead of checking for validation outside of myself. It is true for anything. The money will come, the money is supposed to increase, but only then when you believe that you deserve that money, when you believe that you have skills to monetize, when you believe that your worth is not related to that money and you deserve to have that money and more of it. That is how manifestation works. That money comes when you believe that you have the capacity to hold it and never lose it. When you believe that this money here is to stay, and every time you spend, you get more of it. You deserve to spend and you also deserve to earn. You can afford the things that you want. You deserve to afford the things that you want. That is actually how manifestation works. And that is how reputation also works. That is how revision also works. Every time you think, oh, I don't deserve the money or money will corrupt me, you're going to say, no, that has been my old self. I deserve the money very much now. I deserve the SP. I deserve to be in the relationship with the SP. And I am in that relationship with SP. If I want it, I would be dedicated to it. I would be dedicated to that decision. Not like, oh, I want it today, tomorrow I don't see results, or SP says something and I'm like, oh, do I even want it? But no, every time I see a 3P, I'm like crying and then I'm blaming everything else. But what I'm actually not doing is staying firm on that decision I made, from ego, from peace, from love, whatever. You just need to make a choice. You can either be a slave to one thing, to either your doubts or fears, which are not even real. They're not even real. They are just your brain trying to protect you and keep you stuck in your old self, in your comfort zone. Or you can be the slave to your purpose, to your truth, to the new story, which is very much possible, but only you can free yourself from your own mind. And for that, you need robotic affirmations, but do it from a place of having already gotten it. So instead of saying things like, oh, I will get my bonus or shit like that, I am already in a high paying job. Or instead of saying things like, SP, you know, texts me all the time. Why text if you are in a committed relationship? There is video call, there's phone call, there's text. Why are you still thinking that the no contact will break first and then SP will message and then you'll be fine? No, we are already in Las Vegas having the time of our lives. That has to be your affirmations. Over exaggerated, want it audaciously, be shameless about it, because the law of assumption doesn't judge you, it just gives you what you assume. So assume better. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I also give courses. I give the specific person manifestation course, the self-concept course, and also the full immersive course. So yeah, if you want to get personalized coaching from me, personalized guidance, please check the description box below to get in touch with me, and we'll meet again.